You do have a lot of guys. I've been around you plenty.
Again, you know, grassroots, that's my thing. I've been involved with most of these guys I've known since they were in the 8th grade. So by the time they get to this point and I get a chance to see them, we can pretty much say we made it.
You're like Unc.
That's who OG/Unc. That's pretty much what I go by when I walk into Peach Jam.
How did you feel about Alex Caruso being called Unc on that OKC Thunder team?
Crazy.
That's wild to me.
He's 20 years younger than me, at least.
So be careful. They may be calling you Gramps soon.
Yeah, that's true. That's next.
And
a couple fans got a welcome early to the game.
Yep, by Cam McGriff, and the ball tipped out of bounds, and McGriff tried to save it.
Yeah, young fella now knows what it's like.
Welcome to the NBA.
Play in the Summer League.
Yeah.
He's got a Summer League size shirt on.
Yeah.
May not be able to fill that one up yet.
So an inauspicious start for the Jazz, but now they get the pick going the other way. Elijah Harkless downhill, misses there. Put back. Excellent job there by Sanogo. Keeping his eye on the prize as that ball was loose. Our head coaches today, J.J. Outlaw for the Wizards and Chris Jones for the Jazz. And that one's out of bounds. Our officials today, Waji Mula, Quincy Smith, and Jacob Leal.
Back-to-back turnovers to start the game for the Wizards. And, of course, that's not the way you ever want to get started in the game. It puts you on the defensive for the most part, especially if you're one of the guys credited for those turnovers. You don't want to pick up a second one too soon.
Cody Williams, you mentioned the OKC Thunder. Jalen Williams' brother, played at Colorado, gets the bucket there.
And Cody and Isaiah Collier both got significant playing time last year with the Utah Jazz. So coming into Summer League, these are the guys that you're expecting to see that jump, as well as Kyle Filipowski. You want to see them show their true understanding of the NBA game.
Johnson thought about it for a second. Leaky Black for three. Wide of the mark. Rebound McGriff. Collier finds Williams. Good find there, but short on the shot. Black comes up with it. And here's A.J. Johnson turning on the Jets. Gets fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line. That's Elijah Harkless picking up that foul.
Talk about Cody Williams. You and I both saw Cody during the NBA Finals as a correspondent, an NBA correspondent. And he was talking about how his brother, NBA champion, J-Dub, Jalen Williams, he said he plays better once Cody starts talking trash to him.
Okay.
So I guess he figured that was the key, but he couldn't really talk much to him during, I believe it was game 6 in Indiana where Cody was there as the correspondent, and Jalen didn't have a great game in that one. So because that was
the -40 game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
After having a 40-point game.
Yes.
The previous game.
Yeah. But Cody takes that up upon his shoulders because he says he didn't get a chance to talk.
Yeah. Now, if you're Cody, what you need to tell your brother is you're picking up the check from now on after getting paid.
I think that one is pretty much understood after that huge extension. Shout out to Sam Presti, who came in and spoke in our sports business classroom earlier in the week.
Isaiah Collier throws one up, gets fouled. And did you see the meme that Jalen Williams, J-Dub, put up on his Instagram today?
I did not see that.
So it's from The Office, and they're all getting a raise. It's Steve Carell and his cohorts on the show, and they're like, we're all so rich.
Yes.
So he put that on his Instagram, and he had labeled it. One of them was SGA, one of them was Chet, and one of them was him.
And
it's very funny.
Absolutely true, because they are now all so rich. The lowest of the extensions was $250 million.
Right.
So,
yeah. And by the way, that's just the baseline, because they can, with incentives, they can get close to in the 280 range potentially.
Well, I will tell you this. Believe it or not, it was a topic discussed in class today.
Oh.
Chet doesn't have incentives in his.
Oh, okay.
Chet's is a solid.
So it's Jalen that has the incentives.
Jalen has the incentives, and there can't be any more incentives for Shea. He won every possible award. Right. So, again, there can't be any more incentives that he could have.
Harkless steps into a three. No good. Rebound. Wizards come up with it. Here's Watkins. Finds Gilbert to the corner. Johnson thought about it. Now he pulls. Too strong. Rebound McGriff. McGriff swings it. Now in Collier's hands. Collier did a really nice job last year with the Jazz as a young player. Williams fires no good. And the ball will stay with Utah.
Yeah, Collier is finding his way.
Oh, no, they changed it.
As a playmaker. A high assist guy. Actually had 12 assists in that overtime loss to the Spurs on Monday night. But Isaiah Collier, who was the #1 point guard in the country coming out of high school, slipped all the way to 28, 29 for the Jazz last year. But once again, as you see Collier getting out in the passing lane, coming up with the steal and laying it in, oftentimes the right situation, the right fit is more important than is the number that you're drafting. I think that's absolutely the case for Isaiah Collier.
So I had the Jazz once last year. It was in the game that they played against. Well, we thought Luka was going to play in that game. It was a Saturday night in LA, and Will Hardy raved about Isaiah Collier to us.
Yeah, and he's a guy that you love as a player because he's looking to move the basketball. This is the area where he's got to improve to be an effective NBA player, is from shooting the basketball from three. But whenever you've got a guy that is this strong and powerful and quick, that likes to share the basketball and play helping his teammates be successful, you've got a guy that's trying to contribute to winning.
Liam Robbins picks up the foul there. Side out here to our left. Across from the Jazz bench. Collier to inbound. McGriff puts his head down, throws up a wild shot, and gets bailed out. Keyshawn Gilbert picks up the foul there. McGriff to the free throw line. McGriff, a hard-nosed player. Gets the first. Summer League action continues tomorrow on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app, pardon me. NBA TV tomorrow. Pistons Heat at 4, followed by Atlanta, Memphis, Houston, Portland, and in the nightcap, Golden State and Toronto. George Sedano, Corey Alexander, Vanessa Richardson with you here. Griff gets them both. So an early 4-point lead for the Jazz. Watkins loses his footing, and they will call the Jazz on a foul there. It'll be on Collier.
And let me just give you the warning now. Jamir Watkins.
Jamir.
His mom, Tanya, is always listening. And I got read the riot act.
He's called Jamir.
Because I called him Jamir during his time at Florida State. And she met me outside the hotel at the Combine.
Let's go, Mom. I love it.
So, Miss Tanya, I am absolutely making sure that everyone knows how to pronounce your son's name correct.
Leaky Black gets his own rebound. Finds Watkins, and Jamir Watkins with the finish.
I like how you do that, though. You just go Watkins to make sure that you don't have problems with Miss Tanya.
But I did pronounce his name properly on the back end. Yeah. Almost comes up with a steal there. Lands in McGriff's hands. They swing to Williams. On the drive. Nice shot there.
Nice attack by Cody, getting downhill, more importantly, getting that left shoulder in front of a defender to dislodge him, to make the layup attempt just a little bit easier.
Cody is so smooth with his movements.
He really is. And Cody's a late bloomer. You're talking about a young man that really was an unknown until his senior year in college and high school, and absolutely just shot up the charts, became a McDonald's All-American.
Watkins loses it. Williams goes up strong.
Nice play by Cody on there to just be in the right place at the right time, but more importantly, to go to the left hand and finish through the contact.
Johnson finds Watkins. Good defense there by Harkless. Better defense there by Cody.
But more importantly, Cody sprinting back out. Oh,
that one stays. And we have a timeout on the floor. So a 6-point ball game here. Cody Williams leading the way with 6 points for the Jazz.
NBA 2K26 Summer League is proudly sponsored by NBA 2K26. Rated E for everyone.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court. You are the Finals MVP.
NBA 2K26. Ball over everything.
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
So this is pickleball?
Welcome back to the Thomas & Mack Center. Judah Mintz just finished his game, had a good one, 50% from the field, now signing autographs. I always tell people, Corey, if you love basketball, the event you need to come to is Summer League here in Las Vegas. You've got this arena here at Thomas & Mack. You've got the pavilion down the way, 2 buildings connected. You can watch wall-to-wall basketball all day long. 8 games of basketball. It is basketball nirvana.
But you also get an opportunity to see some of your favorite players because they show up to support their teammates as well. Anthony Edwards, of course, making an appearance in the building. Not sure if Bron has been here or not this week, but oftentimes Bron has actually been here twice.
Yeah, last couple games for the Lakers, and maybe tomorrow. Who knows? The Lakers are playing again tomorrow. We'll have that game.
So again, to be able to see your favorite players showing up, it's a huge deal. And again, no team in Vegas yet, as our commissioner, Adam Silver, recently said that the NBA will look forward to exploring expansion very soon.
Watkins gets the 3-pointer. Sure, Mom Tanya's got to be happy about that.
Yes, she is.
But the other part of it is, if you're a kid, man, like that experience alone will make you love basketball in a way that is immeasurable.
It really is. You get an opportunity to come in and see some of the greatest players to ever play this game. And you see them oftentimes at the beginning stages. I mean, there were people here that got to see Cooper Flagg's first professional game. And again, if Cooper Flagg goes on to be one of the all-time greats, as we've all pretty much projected him to become, you can say, I was there at the beginning. I was here when we had the earthquake and the scoreboard was swaying during Zion Williamson's debut.
Nice shot there by Williams, but couldn't finish. Got everything but the cup. A.J. Johnson fires. That one swirls out. Corner. Goodwin in and out. Johnson on the step back. Johnson, nothing but net.
I love how aggressive Johnson is being in this game. Got 20 field goal attempts. Last time out was 7 of 20, but only 1 of 7 for 3, but has not affected his confidence at all.
Good offensive board there. Gainey gets hacked on the way back up on the follow. So Gainey will shoot 2. Jalen Gainey started at Brown. Is the all-time field goal percentage leader at Brown.
Yeah, Jalen Gainey actually, after leaving Brown, went to Florida State, injured his knee.
Yep.
And so missed a lot of time. But of course, playing in the Ivy League, was unable to redshirt during the COVID year.
Right.
So graduated and able to go and play immediately at Florida State. Was teammates with Jamir Watkins 2 seasons ago.
Gainey also plays with the G League Stars of Utah. Average nearly 13, 3, and 3. And A.J. Johnson again putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, nice attack by A.J. Johnson, getting to his spot. 9 points for Johnson early in this game.
Well, this is his opportunity for sure, because guys like Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, Trey Johnson not playing in this one. Not that he didn't get a lot of run. He was basically the sixth man in those scenarios earlier at Summer League, but this is his time to put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, but the 5 draft picks over the last 2 seasons all sitting out this game for the Wizards. So an opportunity for other guys to make an impression on the coaching staff.
First lead here for the Wizards. Corner 3 from McGriff, no good. Rebound Watkins. Watkins very active. And here's the speed we talked about with Johnson. Got ripped, but got it back.
Nice.
Corner. Dylan Jones thought about it. Richmond. Scoop shot. No good because of an offensive foul. And we got a timeout on the floor. 10-1 Washington run.
Kadari Richmond getting to the rim, able to finish with a little English off the glass.
Nature's best.
Awareness Month. The broadcasters, myself, Tim Legler, and Dave and Mark Jones actually did that game in Oklahoma City.
Did you get
that week? We did.
You
and
did?
We signed them and we gave them to the charity.
Nice.
So, and certainly, look, we all know someone's child is dealing with autism. So to bring more awareness to it is fantastic. Dylan Jones gets the basket and the foul there.
Yeah, world champion Dylan Jones. Tough bucket for him. Getting to the rim, able to finish, but was able to celebrate in Oklahoma City as a champion this season. Now we'll move on to the Washington Wizards, which we believe is part of that.
He was traded for a second-round pick.
Oh, second-round pick. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we did have the biggest trade
And Kobe Jones.
in the history of the NBA,
Yeah, that's
involving 7 teams.
Yeah.
So
He was not part of that
I
one.
kind of felt like everybody was involved in that trade.
Yeah, no, he was not.
KD.
He was not. Collier going downhill. Sanogo with the finish. Nope, they'll say he took too many steps.
You asked me in our earlier game about the dogs in Summer League.
Sanogo?
And I had a hard time coming up with
The big man.
And them-
You need the visual.
Yeah, Sanogo could absolutely be one of those guys. He absolutely was for the Connecticut Huskies.
No doubt.
Most outstanding player in the Final Four.
Three ball on the way. No good. Rebound McGriff. So Pierre misfires there. Watkins comes up with it in transition. Washington pulls it out. Dylan Jones not shy. In and out. Ball batted out, going Utah's way. 44 seconds left in the quarter. 2-point ball game. Get a quick 2 for 1 here if you're Utah. Nope. Collier loses that one. Turnover for Isaiah.
Collier wants that one to be
Thought he got him
challenged.
on
Well, he felt like his right arm was grabbed, so he couldn't even get the right hand onto the basketball to be able to control it.
10-second differential game clock, shot clock. Richmond into traffic, dumps it off, and the finish there.
Nice cut by Dylan Jones to make himself available to Richmond as he attacks the paint.
Shot clock is off. Collier across the timeline. Surveying. A little bit of a shove there, but gets the basket to fall.
It's legal as long as you don't extend the arm.
Right. And a heave here is short. So we have a 2-point ball game. The Wizards leading by 2. Dylan Jones. Nice cut to the basket and a beautiful finish. Gives his team the 2-point lead.
Make 'em away.
So far after the first quarter, what do you like about the aggressive way that you, Johnson, and Watkins came out tonight?
I just feel like we trying to set the tone on the glass. I feel like we didn't really get any offensive rebounds last game. So coach made an emphasis to just battle down there, be more physical, and that's one way to do it.
What skills are you hoping to showcase at Summer League?
Just my versatility, just being able to guard 1 through 5, being able to create for myself on offense, and just being a versatile player.
Thanks, Leaky.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Vanessa, Leaky, Corey, an explosive athlete, defensive-minded wing, and been a pretty good shot blocker at his position.
Yeah, spent the majority of this season with the Cap City Go-Go. Playoff team this year.
Amos with the finish there. Tie ball game. Jones gets it back. Show and go. Kicks it out. Pierre for 3, short. Rebound McGriff. Amos finds Collier. We got 2 point guards out there. Sanogo on the DHO action. To find Collier, now to Amos. Takes the bump. Passes it back out to McGriff. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Launches the grenade, and that's a shot clock violation.
Amos with 2 points already in this game. Matches the bench points for the Jazz
in their last
game.
Yeah.
He was the only bench player that scored.
Yeah.
2 points for him, but the only guy that scored coming off the bench. The starters scored 89 of their 91 points against the Spurs.
Dillon Jones fires again. Too strong. Rebound Sanogo. McGriff pushing.
Of course, Kyle Filipowski scored 35 of those 89.
Right. That is true. Yeah.
He's not participating in this game tonight, but that's a
Abmas sidestep three on the way. Buries that one.
Abmas off to a good start.
Mayo checks in. Johnson fires. Johnson rattles one home.
You can see Johnson playing with even more confidence. Really is the only one of the young stars for this Wizards team on the floor as everyone else is sitting out. He's become the go-to guy.
Sanogo wants a challenge there, but it's Wizards ball at the moment. They're checking behind the bench.
A.J. Johnson, 4 of 7 from the field, already 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, was 1 of 7 from 3 the last time out, so improving across the board here tonight.
Johnson on the drive, gets a step, gets tripped up. And he'll go to the free throw line. He misses the front end. Let's hear from Chris Jones, the Utah coach.
That's what the game is telling you to do. Pass the ball if there's 2 people on you. Down there, keep picking it up on defense. I feel like we're sagging off a little bit. Come on, bro, come on. Come on, you got more than that, Zay.
You know, we talk about, Corey, all the development with the players, but this is a place for development for coaching, too.
It really is, and I love how he's coaching Isaiah Collier hard off the floor, letting him know you have more than that, meaning we expect more from you, especially in this environment where he is the primary ball handler. And that's a space where he's going to spend a lot of time with the Utah Jazz throughout this year. So, again, I like the fact that, that Collier's still playing in Game 4. I like the fact that he's still playing, but more importantly, I like that they're coaching him hard and expecting the most from him.
Collier to the corner. McGriff is open. In and out. Pierre with the board.
But that goes right into Chris Jones' message to share the basketball. You draw 2, make sure you get rid of it. Find someone else. Create an opportunity for one of your teammates.
A.J. Johnson against Collier. Loses it. Collier picks his pocket. Collier on the run. Collier with the layup.
I'm not sure if that was out of the last time out, but Isaiah Collier absolutely got the message, doing the job on both ends of the floor, turning his defense into offense.
He's 4 of 5 from the field, 8 points, gives his team a 4-point lead. Dillon Jones turns the corner, takes the bump, and he'll go to the free throw line as Collier gets the foul there. Here's Collier on the strip and the score.
Doing the job, just standing A.J. Johnson up, but more importantly, the speed to be able to take the basketball, even though he doesn't have a lead, is able to outrun defenders with the basketball in his hand and turn it into 2 points.
Collier's physicality is impressive.
He is strong, no question about that. Another one of the electric guards from the A.
Yeah.
You throw him, in, of course, in the mix with Scoot Henderson, of course, Colin Sexton, who was a teammate last year with the Jazz, but a lot of talent coming out of the Atlanta area.
The Jazz have a lot of talent, too. It's just young talent that needs to be refined, I would imagine.
I believe that's the case, and moving John Collins on to the Clippers, you know, opens up another opportunity for some of that young talent, and, you know, assuming Kyle Filipowski to get more minutes.
Ace Bailey will get some runs, certainly.
Yes, Ace Bailey. We haven't even talked about the number 5 pick in the draft from Chattanooga, Tennessee, via Atlanta. Played at McEachern High School.
Obviously played at Rutgers this past season with Dylan Harper. And we have a timeout on the floor as the Jazz are taking a timeout. They're up 2 here.
My God, Ace.
Oh, look, I'm bottom.
Welcome back to Vegas. Jazz up 2. Our ESPN front office insider Bobby Marks is in the house now, in the hot seat.
It's my teacher.
Student. I know, I heard. I heard. He taught you a class. Going to summer school.
Gave him the Disney discount.
Well, welcome in. We want to talk to you about a number of different subjects, but let's start with these two teams. We were just talking about the Jazz, right? They've moved off some of their older players, a lot of young players looking for playing time. You know, Ace Bailey gets drafted there, and I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of these guys get some run, whereas last year, you know, the veterans, they played some, and it was a tough balance for Will Hardy to have to deal with.
Well, I mean, certainly you had 3 players in Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, and John Collins. Those were the 3 players that are no longer here. And they added Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton in the draft, and they already had a contingent of younger players.
Right.
So yes, this is going to be certainly going to be a youth.
Isaiah Collier took a spill there, but he's up. One of those young players that we were just talking about.
Yeah, and a late first-round pick last year who really played well. You know, Keontae George is another player that's you know, not playing, but Utah is just, both these teams are just loaded with young players.
Here's the spill here over Watkins and right on the posterior. He had some not so safe for family viewing words about his fall a moment ago.
Well, Bobby, I've mentioned a number of times today as Sean Gilbert gets into the painted area and is able to finish. Sports business classroom. And what a pleasure it's been for me to be able to be a part of it for these last 4 days. I mean, Sunday night, I mean, how about our introduction? George, one of our guests that comes in and speaks to the class, none other than Adam Silver.
Okay.
I mean, how can you start a week off better than that?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you pulled out the biggest gun, basically.
Well, we
right
did, and then we followed it up the next day. We had the Coach of the Year in Kenny Atkinson and the Executive Year in Sam Presti in the same day. It's been a really, well, we still have 3 days left. It's been a gratifying week of teaching.
Did Corey sit in the front of the class or the back of the class?
No, he was pinned in a corner behind the stanchion.
Look, Krista Chin speaking in class. I mean, again, it's been such a great resource to be able to be a part of. And for someone like myself, who, of course, has been a part of the NBA for the last 30 years, I've learned so much in 4 days about the other side of this game. And it's just it's a great opportunity for so many different people to come and be a part of it.
Well, and we changed some of the program up. Certainly how NIL is this year, how it's been evolving here. We had Rachel Baker from Duke men's basketball come in and talk about it. And we had certainly the G League component. Sharif Abdurrahim came in, who's the president of the G League.
Yeah.
A lot of different speakers we've had, and there's more coming. I think we might have the projected #1 pick in next year's draft coming on Friday.
Okay.
So that could be certainly something pretty special coming Friday. But it's been a really rewarding couple days so far, and the students that we have have been terrific.
Well, I normally don't go to school on Fridays. It was kind of a rule that I made in
the
high
summer.
school.
Right.
Or the summer.
Yeah.
But of course, A.J. DeBonsa, another one of my guys. So if he's there, I'll absolutely show up. I know Dave Freed loves to hear me talk about
all your
my
guys. Yeah. Now, listen, A.J. DeBonsa could end up on one of these teams, maybe Washington. We talked about Utah. Washington, a team that Will Dawkins, they draft Trey Johnson. We were talking about him earlier. I mean, you can make the case he had as good at 2 games as anybody here, but another young team trying to figure it out.
Extremely young. I think they have like 10 players on first-round rookie contracts, which is remarkable here. And then you also have some of the older players with Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. But this is certainly, as we call it, player development 101. Though likely both these teams will be in a loaded draft next year, picking towards the top of the lottery.
But I love that Will Dawkins got C.J. McCollum and Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. You want to talk about some veterans to learn from for a young team. To me, that's a brilliant move.
It sure is. And it's been, you have the veterans with those 2 players because you need them.
Yeah.
And you just can't have a bunch of 13.
You got to teach them.
You can't have 13 players on, under 22, 23 years old. And they'll both have, certainly they've got a lot of experience, and certainly in the locker room.
And not just from the standpoint of experience in the locker room and on the court, but you also have to have some of those guys because, as I learned today, you have to spend 90% of that cap.
Yeah, the floor.
Yes, we've been doing a lot of teaching here. We taught the apron yesterday.
Okay.
And I had to stay, I felt like I was losing the room a little bit, and I had to kind of stop and are we okay as far as it? And everyone's like, yep, we're good. We're making everyone experts on the apron.
Okay, you're teeing me up perfectly here because we were talking about this on our production call when we knew you were coming on. And you can try to do this in as much of a layman's terms as you can. Phoenix.
Yes.
Okay, so they waived Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal signs to the Clippers. We can talk about that part in a second. But how does that affect Phoenix's finances now?
Oh, man, they got out of financial purgatory, which they've been in the last couple of years. Here's a team that saved $200 million by waiving Bradley Beal and stretching his money over 5 years. They are no longer in a luxury tax. They are no longer in either first or second apron. They now have all these tools that they never had the last 2 years, the ability to take back more money in a trade, the ability to aggregate contracts, send out cash as part of a trade. Their 2032nd pick is still frozen because they were over the apron last year. But it just gives them so many resources as far as what they're able to do. But you have a $19 million cap hit for the next 5 years, and that's the cost of doing business. But I understand where they were. They basically have pivoted off that, the Beal and Durant, and certainly Devin Booker still with this team.
Well, they're going to build around Devin Booker, who recently signed a 2-year, $145 million extension. So,
it's funny. We did a side-by-side of where the salary cap was at in 2017 and where it is right now. The salary cap in 2017 was $99 million. Devin Booker's last year in that extension, $75 million.
Yeah, wow, that is wild. Now, I'll ask you this. Let's talk about the Clippers side of this. So they acquire Bradley Beal. They trade Norman Powell. So it felt like they kind of knew they had a good shot at getting him. How do you view the Clippers now? They were a 50-win team last year. You can argue that if it weren't for a miracle shot by Aaron Gordon, they may go much deeper in the playoffs.
Well, I agree, and they needed some bench scoring as far as with Beal, and they'll probably start him next to James Harden here, but it's certainly a veteran that can come in and make shots for you. And Brook Lopez, right?
Yeah.
They got a lot of different interchangeable players.
No, you're not leaving us. We got more to talk about. We'll be back.
We'll stick around
Bobby
with
Marks.
Professor Marks here from Vegas.
always throw out these just crazy trades. And Bobby's looking at me, shaking his head, saying, and he's
like
a great friend because he doesn't say on air, that won't work.
You're like the human trade machine.
That's me.
Yes. I got to do NBA Today with Perk all the time. So I'm used to it.
So, but with that, you know, one of the things that they're teaching in class and one of the projects and experiences that you have is trade deadline is Friday.
Yeah.
And so there are 20 different teams within class. And so each of those teams has to do something at the trade deadline, correct?
Yeah, so we break up the salary cap and scouting video analytics teams group into 20 different teams as they do a mock trade deadline on Friday morning from 8:30 to noon. Then they present on Saturday in front of the judges. The media broadcast major that is here, there's about 25 people. They are actually the people, they're Malik Andrews, and they are you who are interviewing the people during this year.
All right.
And then we have our, certainly
Who's
our
playing
shot.
me?
We've got our shot. Well, we needed 4 people, because you do such a great job. But then we have our Sham Sharania, who's not the actual person, but someone who's breaking news. And then we have our athlete representation group here. So it's definitely, everyone gets a part of the trade deadline here, and it's one of the great experiences. We went through it last year. It's really a really neat process.
I need to take this class next year. That's it.
You
I'm
can
in.
come down. You get free admission.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yeah. I mean, if Corey's there, I got to be there.
I mean, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow morning.
I mean, we're
welcome to come sit in.
We're connected at the hip the next couple days. So 3 ball there by Abmas. Abmas with the shot there. He's got 10 points.
Bobby, George and I were talking about just what Summer League is and what it's become. Of course, Warren Legary has done a tremendous job in building this over the past 20 years. But from your standpoint, and again, we all know what happens at the G League Winners Showcase and at All-Star Weekend, even the Combine, where there's so many conversations and deals being done, et cetera. But what is the environment really like here at Summer League, especially when you think about all the executives that are in the building?
Yeah, I mean, it really lays the foundation as far as certainly some trade dialogue that gets going here. There's still a bunch of free agents still out there, too. I mean, and you're kind of meeting with their agents there, and we've got this restricted group with Jonathan Kuminga and Quentin Grimes and Cam Thomas, and, it's a unique Josh Giddey's the other 4th player, as far as are they going back to their own team? Is there a sign and trade here? But it's like it's the winter meetings of the NBA as far as you get everybody under one roof. And you're right, Summer League has. I remember in '97, I think it was at UMass Boston in a small little gym, and then you go in Orlando and it's in a closed environment.
Yeah.
We even got to the point where when Warren started doing Summer League in Vegas, it was small.
Yeah.
And players started leaving our team in the middle of Orlando, and we had to actually borrow other players from other. We had about 3 players from the
because they were split.
They were split, and they were going to different places here.
Also had Utah at the time with the Jazz having their Summer League.
That was way smaller, but Orlando and Vegas were the 2 that had the most teams.
Yeah, Orlando did not have fans. That was just closed for the exec
media. Right. Real quick before I let you go, we got under a minute. You and I talked about this on NBA Today this week, the LeBron situation.
Yes.
We went over potential scenarios if indeed he were to leave the Lakers. What do you have on that?
Well, he's the only player now with a true no-trade clause with Bradley Beal now bought out of his contract. Here, listen, at the end of the day, LeBron will dictate as far as where he wants to go. Certainly, if he wants to be traded, he will have his pick of teams. It's just so hard to break up, to trade 3 or 4 players to go out and get him for 1 year.
And I'm not breaking news. Bron ain't going anywhere. He loves LA.
Hey, I need a quiet August.
All right, Professor Marks, thanks for stopping by. There he is, Bobby Marks, ESPN NBA front office insider. We got a 4-point game, 44 seconds to go in the half. In a moment.
Elevate your game.
destination spot in the summer. If you're a basketball fan, this is the absolute place to be in July.
No doubt about it. Warren, Legary, and Albert Hall do a fantastic job. All right, we got 35 seconds here and a whistle. As it looks like Amos might have been the person who was called there. I want to double check. Yes. And he's having a word with the official. So Johnson will go to the free throw line, trying to cut into the 4-point lead for the Jazz.
A.J. Johnson tried to sneak a couple free throws out of that one.
So Asmus still chatting with some folks about that foul. First one goes for Gilbert. Short on that one. Tap out, though. Back to the Wizards. Oh, what a move there. What a rejection by the Jazz. Gainey and a foul. They had a foul to give.
Great job by Gainey coming over, denying that opportunity at the rim. As Gilbert tries to challenge him.
And we have a timeout on the floor. So we'll step aside for a moment and get to the conclusion in just a moment.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece.
OKC still undefeated, leading by 3 in the third, Corey. Make that now, they're tied.
They're tied up now, but with New Orleans, yesterday actually had 2 players ejected from the game. Jeremiah Fears, their number 7 pick, as well as A.J. Hogarth. Sidy Cissoko also ejected, so hopefully my guy Jeremiah Fears is staying on the floor here throughout this game.
New Orleans, right, yeah. So here's our standings, as you see there. 8 undefeated teams. And the Thunder, one of those at the moment in action down the hall from us.
I would like to know, have we ever been to a point to where teams have played 3 games and we still have 8 undefeated teams?
That would be a question for Dave Freed.
Well, I was actually throwing that to him, but, you know, hopefully he was listening. He doesn't like to listen to me often when we're on air.
3-second differential game clock, shot clock. Collier, shaking and baking, gets into the paint, throws one up, gets fouled as he gets grabbed by Watkins.
And I love how Collier stayed poised, knowing that the shot clock was running down, but knew he still had more time to be able to find his way to the rim, is able to get to the bucket and find his way to the free throw.
We just got hugged there by Ray Acosta, official, wearing a beautiful lime green jacket. Very few men can pull that off, man. I'm jealous. I got to get me one of those for the season.
You're from Miami. You
yeah, well, he is too. He's from South. He's
there
West,
you go.
West Palm. We don't, you know, it's not the same.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
That I can't get involved in that.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in sunny South Florida.
It's not the same. It's close. It's not the same. It ain't the 305.
It ain't the 305, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's the 561. It's a little different.
But still, a climate to where you can wear.
Oh, no doubt. Lime green.
And I'm colorblind,
linen jacket.
So
yeah.
It all looks gray to me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll tell you, it is lime green. All right, 4-point ball game, 5.6 seconds to go. Free throw, no good. And a timeout Washington. So they're going to set up one more play, Corey. So here's what we've got. A.J. Johnson with 12 points leading the way. And there's our man with the green and a green shirt to match. My man, Ray Acosta, official in the NBA. He is rocking it. So 4-point game. What are we talking about here if you're the Wizards?
Well, opportunity for you to advance the basketball, run one of your ATOs from 28 feet away alongside on your side of the floor in the front court. But we've seen a lot of coaches really take advantage of these times, and many new coaches getting their opportunities to truly run their ATOs, especially in, you know, what we like to call, you know, special team situations. 5.2 seconds remaining, something that you may need to use, but also something that your coaches, or Will Hardy, can look at later and say, oh, I like the way we did that. You know, so again, opportunities for these guys to be able to benefit their coaching status here in Summer League.
Isaiah Collier, 9 points today, a couple of assists, really wreaking havoc defensively. He's done it all today.
I think that's really been the biggest issue, is what he's done on the defensive end of the floor, getting his hands in the passing lane, being a pest. Of course, the game has changed to where now pretty much all teams, especially younger teams, are playing 94 feet. Isaiah Collier can absolutely be a point of attack defender, and he has shown that here this evening.
And he is a brick house. He is hard to move, man. So he'll take and absorb contact. He can dish it out too.
Yes, he can. 29th pick. Great pick, by the way.
USC Trojan.
A number that's familiar to me.
Yeah. So we've got 5.2 seconds to go here. Wizards to inbound. It'll be Kadari Richmond. Getting some dap from one of the Jacks players before he inbounded.
Interesting that they didn't advance. I didn't think he moved after the rebound.
So here he is, Richmond. Jones, he's going to fire. Heaves it. Oh, off the front rim. So that'll do it for the first half. The Jazz will go into the locker room, leading 42-38 against the Wizards.
We're just settling, right? I don't mind the threes, but let's see if we can punch the paint to create them, all right? Instead of just passing it around.
I'm ball. Defensively, let's just get back and get our defense set. I feel like our half-court defense has been fine, okay? Well, let's put stops together. We gotta be better down there.
Couple good things you guys are doing, right? We got down in here to the paint. We kicked out. We got a spray to Liam. We get ourselves a wide open corner three, right? Make or miss, the process is right there.
Hell yeah. I look like Ed Reed. I was gonna pick that hoe up, but I didn't want to foul. Yeah. You see how I got downhill?
He did look like a safety, Corey. I'll say that. He's built like one, too.
He absolutely is built like one and does not mind the physicality of it, playing like a safety. So, and the leadership skills is what's been most impressive about Isaiah Collier, coming out being vocal. Love the sounds of the game, having him being a part of it.
I'll say this. Confidence is something he doesn't lack.
No, none whatsoever.
Yeah, he's been pretty good tonight. 4 of 7 from the field, 9 points, pair of assists. But as we talked about before the half, really wreaking havoc defensively and doing some talking while he's been out there for sure. All right, George Sedano, Corey Alexander, Vanessa Richardson with you here at Thomas & Mack, and a quick foul.
Yeah, I believe they got Cody Williams, 2 hands in the back of Jamir Watkins. Watkins is trying to get to the top of the key. Cody having no part of it. Call for the infraction.
Keyshawn Gilbert gets it into Leaky Black. Gilbert swings it. Watkins for 3. Too strong. Hits the heel. And McGriff going the other way. Elijah Harkless pulls for 3. Hits the back iron. Amir Watkins. Swing it. A.J. Johnson thought about it. Johnson caught in air. Gets it to Black. One more to Watkins. Wide open for 3. Short. Now Collier going to work. Gets the screen. No-go. Push shot is no good. Watkins comes up with it. Elijah Harkless, though, with the steal. Corner 3 for Collier. Buries that one.
And that's where Collier has to take those shots. And once again, oftentimes reluctant to take those three-point looks, but when he does, you see he has the ability to knock it down, especially that corner three. But continues to put pressure on the basketball, especially in passing lanes, contesting each and every pass.
Look at Collier.
Finding that corner, gathering himself, his feet, getting him lined up, knocking down the three ball. As he enters double figures with now 12 points.
Robbins with the handoff to Black. Black pulls up from about 20, misses there.
Another guy reluctant to shoot the jumper. Leaky Black, who played 5 years at the University of North Carolina. Elite shot blocker as Collier now has got it going from beyond the arc. Going under the screen, steps back and knocks down the three ball.
Largest lead for the Jazz at 10. Keyshawn Gilbert spins. Nifty move, but can't finish, but does get the foul.
George, we had a lot of Auburn impact in the last game.
Between the Mavs and the Sixers.
Yes, but we talked about Auburn and Maui. They played in the first ever top 5 matchup at the Maui Invitational. And it was against Iowa State. And Keyshawn Gilbert is at the free throw line now. Straight out of St. Louis, Vashon High School. Played for my guy, Tony Irons. He absolutely put on a show in that game against Auburn. They had no answer for Keyshawn Gilbert.
Gilbert plays both ends hard for sure.
He and Curtis Jones were a tough tandem in the backcourt at Iowa State.
But when he did put the ball in the basket, the Cyclones had a lot of success. When he scored 10 or more, they were 15-5. Cody Williams. Johnson with some good defense. A long two, air ball. Sanogo, right place, right time. He gets blocked by Robbins. Black surveying. Sets the screen for Johnson. Gets the switch on to McGriff. Johnson knifes into the paint. Beautiful shot there. What a layup by A.J. Johnson.
A.J. Johnson showing off that speed that you talked about to start our broadcast.
Fastest guy at his combine.
Yeah, not necessarily the strongest player, but once he can get past you, it's going to be difficult.
Here's Johnson.
To try to even get a body on Johnson as he's able to get both shoulders past his defender, finishing under the contesting arm with the layup off the glass.
So 7-point ball game. Plenty of time here in the third. Harkless. Corner three for Williams. Gets that one to fall.
3 threes already in this third quarter for the Jazz.
Williams with 11. The lead is 10.
They only made 3 in the first half alone, so the shooting has absolutely picked up for the Jazz here. In the
offensive foul. So A.J. Johnson is saying he grabbed Cody Williams. Didn't argue, so I'm guessing felt good about it. So you got me.
Well, it's not going to change anything even if you do argue, so.
That's true. You've never seen anyone actually overturn a call for arguing, although it happens still all the time. Williams, another corner three. Doesn't go. And that one is staying.
Nice read from Hawkins, however, to be able to deliver that strike to the corner. Cody Williams unable to knock it down, but those are the type of shots that you want Cody Williams looking to get.
Collier to inbound. No go. Here's Harkless again. Finds McGriff, who shoots it. McGriff, no. Sanogo with the board. He gets the bump, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Harkless making the right plays. The Jazz unable to get the shots to go, but that's all you can ask of your guard is to be able to deliver the basketball to where guys are going to get an opportunity, especially beyond the three-point arc.
Sanogo, UConn. his third year. Misses the first free throw. Summer League action continues tomorrow on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. On NBA TV tomorrow, got Pistons Heat to kick it off at 4 Eastern, followed by Atlanta, Memphis, Houston, Portland, and in the nightcap, Golden State and Toronto. Sanogo gets the back end. Johnson gets the screen from Black. Black rolls, kicks it to the corner. Watkins open for three. Won't go. Rebound Robbins, but an offensive foul. They're saying he pushed off. And a timeout on the floor. An 11-point lead for the Jazz. Wizards going to have to make a push soon.
Did your streaming expire when you least expected? Save the day by using the Bank of America.
Welcome back to NBA 2K26 Summer League. Single game scoring leaders thus far. You see Kyle Filipowski there.
Yeah.
At number 30 twice.
Yeah, outside of Jameer Young, who actually went for 40 today. The other four highest scoring players are all Blue Devils. When you look at Tyrese Proctor, who had 35. Kyle Filipowski with a 35-point game and a 32-point game, and then Cooper Flagg with 31. The Blue Devils have had a successful Summer League thus far.
No doubt about it. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They heave, no good. Rebound Watkins. Let's check in with Vanessa.
Yeah, you guys talked about Filipowski. He had great things to say about Cody Williams. He said, look, he's been aggressive. He's been working super hard, and you can see it with his body. But also, I've been working out with him this whole summer. He said, I've been able to tell how hard Williams has worked. Filipowski also said, I told him, and some of the other guys have had to tell him, keep being aggressive. Stop second-guessing yourself. You're a great player. And he said keeping that confidence for Williams has been extremely important, guys.
Thanks, Vanessa.
And a lot of that comes from, and we mentioned earlier, Cody Williams is a late bloomer.
Right.
He wasn't really highly regarded until his senior year of high school. So he's still continuing to grow as a player as we have a challenge when we return.
Here. So the call on the floor was off of Watkins. So Collier's got an opinion on it. He's mic'd up. Let's take a listen.
Y'all sure? You made a great call now. Don't let them fool you.
It will be
Don't let
Utah
him fool you.
basketball at the free throw line extended.
I had a dime for every time I said that to an official.
18 on the shot clock and 5:08 on the game clock. Washington loses their challenge and the opportunity to challenge for the remainder of the game, and as well as the timeout.
So what we missed there for a moment was the official called the proximate foul on Jones. So Dylan Jones, number 33, picked up a proximate foul there. Again, they can go back and review the play and see if there was a foul. So they're calling a foul on 33, Dylan Jones. So Washington loses their challenge and loses the timeout. So Utah ball. Smith gets it into Gainey and Harkless. Hope we cleared that up for everyone. And if you saw on that replay that we showed earlier, Dylan Jones was the player behind Cody Williams and Watkins.
But it was clearly a foul, no question about that. But again, and that's really what has changed in officiating in today's game, and the challenge has changed.
The proximate foul rule is great.
Well, the proximate foul is absolutely great, but also, you know, and once again, sounding like the old guy here, in my day, oftentimes if there were a foul, officials would just reward you the basketball instead of calling the foul.
Right.
Even if it was off of you, they would give you the basketball back and say, we're not going to call it a foul, but we're not going to take the ball away from you.
Right.
But the challenge has changed that.
Oh, sure.
But I love the fact that you can now go back and call that proximate foul, because before you could, oftentimes now officials who didn't put a foul on a player because they were just going to give the basketball back ended up making 2 mistakes on that play.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to compound it. Here's A.J. Johnson going to work. Probing. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to make a move quick. Ugly finish. Goodwin on the leak out. Oh, and he blows the layup. Tried to get too fancy on that one.
Well, he thought that he was going to be contested on the right side of the rim. And so tried to go to the reverse, but hits it underneath the...
Yeah, he was too far underneath. Cody Williams sneaks one in there. Watkins on the drive, gets into the paint. This is everything there. Harkless to the corner. They swing it. Smith loses his handle for the moment. Gets it back to Goodwin. He can shoot it. Williams. Good defense by Jones. Gets the steal. He goes up. Gets the layup to fall. Sneaks that one in.
Now, that wasn't a kick ball. Cody Williams is asking for a kick, but kick has to be intentional.
Right.
And so with that being said, Dylan was basically sliding his feet, was able to dislodge the basketball. And again, it didn't look intentional in live action, but give Dylan Jones a lot of credit as he's sliding. And maybe it was a little
I mean, I think he was just trying to jump into his space, and I don't think it was intentional.
Okay. Fair enough.
Maybe I'm wrong. He was jumping in, sliding into his space. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Harkless goes to work to the corner to Williams. He lets it fire and connects.
And Harkless has continued to deliver great passes to his teammates. This time, Cody Williams is able to knock it down to stretch out to the largest lead for the Jazz.
Ball batted around. Jazz come up with it. 14-point lead for Utah. Harkless around the screen. Cody Williams drives baseline. Nice finish there. And a timeout for Washington as J.J. Outlaw wants to talk things over.
But this is the aggressive Cody Williams that Chris Jones was looking for. This is the guy that he wants to see come out and be aggressive, take advantage of his opportunities, and not pass up looks. Again, knocked down the 3 in the corner on the previous possession, and then an opportunity to get his shoulders in front of his defender, gets to the bucket and able to stretch the lead out to 16. for the Utah Jazz.
Cody Williams with 18 points, 10 of those here in the third quarter. Let's take a look in at the pavilion down the way. Again, OKC undefeated, and they will remain undefeated with a 20-point lead with about 3.5 to go. So we currently have 8 teams undefeated at the moment. OKC will improve to 4-0, and they will join the Kings and the T-Wolves, who are also 4-0.
But that point differential becomes super important now with a huge lead right now. You'll see the Thunder continue to try to raise that lead as much as they possibly can to get into those top 4 spots.
So any team with a loss from here on out of that group will be eliminated from the top 4. So you got to win to hope to get in,
and you got to win by a considerable margin.
Yeah, it's like the old college football with the BCS. You just got to keep pouring it on.
Well, the Spurs and Hornets have a matchup tomorrow, so one of those undefeated teams will take an L.
By the way, OKC could be the first team to win an NBA championship and Summer League in the same year.
Wow.
How about that for a stat?
How about this?
Dave Freed.
They also won the G League title in 2024.
That's right.
So
if you carry it over, you carry it over.
So again, Sam Presti making major moves in OKC.
Yeah, this year the Stockton Kings won. Although I did see Mason Jones in OKC during the finals.
Yes, he was there
led
hanging
the Stockton
out.
Kings, yeah. Goodwin fires for 3. Goodwin connects on that one. Nothing but net for Goodwin. His first 3 of the game, an 8-0 run for the Jazz, and the lead up to 19. Watkins, tough finish, gets the foul, though. Jazz upset about a late whistle, but it was a foul.
But again, it's also a play to where if Watkins makes that layup, there will be no call. Oftentimes, officials make those calls based upon the result. I personally like that because, again, in a true NBA game, you don't want to put a foul on a superstar when you test shots at the rim, even if oftentimes there may be a little contact. I mean, this is the NBA. You're supposed to be contacting every play.
So Watkins at the free throw line. Got the first. He's got 8 points. 6 boards. Pair of assists. Second one trickles off. Asmus gets the board. Harkless on the move. He fires. Harkless, nothing but net.
Harkless has done everything else. May as well knock down a 3. He's really been running the show for the Jazz here in this second half.
Gilbert loses it. Goodwin in transition, takes the bump. It rolls off, but he'll go to the free throw line. So this one now a 21-point lead. Jazz have extended this quarter. They had a 4-point lead going into the half.
And the Jazz coming in 0-3, looking for their first win here in Vegas.
Well, and interestingly enough, you pointed this out. They only had 2 bench points the last time. Basically, all their starters, for the most part, there's a number of them sitting out in this one. A couple of guys are playing like Harkless and Collier. And those bench guys, Cody Williams also was a starter, but those bench guys putting up some numbers today.
Well, you look at the 3 on the floor right now with Asmus, Goodwin, and Gainey. They have a combined 20 points already between those 3 guys coming off the bench. So a significant increase. Let's say 10 times more than what they did in Game 3 against the Spurs.
Utah outscoring Washington 27-8 here in the third. Leaky Black fires for 3, misses front iron. Goodwin to Williams, wide open for 3. Gets that one to fall. 13 in the third for Cody Williams. A.J. Johnson gets that one to go. Harkless loses it. They flip it forward, and Goodwin comes up with it, goes behind the back. Asmus for three. Too strong. Gainey tries to get it. Won't go. Here come the Wizards. Pierre laces one up. No good. Rebound by Leaky Black, and the putback is good. 22-point lead still, though, for the Jazz.
Leaky Black, with his first field goal of the game, has 9 rebounds.
Harkless, the midi. No. But Gainey fighting for the rebound. Harkless resets, 10 seconds on the shot clock as the shot clock resets to 14. Pocket pass to Williams. Williams gathers it and gets fouled. Left-hand attempt, no good.
Nice hands by Cody Williams there. The nice pocket pass from Harkless. His defender tries to come over and rotate in front of Cody Williams, able to have strong hands, gather it, and be able to get an opportunity at the rim. Unable to get it to go, but 2 free throws for his effort.
Cody Williams now up to 22 points. Williams played college ball in Colorado. Gets them both. 23 for Williams and the lead up to 24. Shot clock is off. One foul to give for the Jazz. 3 seconds for Johnson. Jones is going to have to let it rip. Short. So Utah outscored Washington 32-12 in that quarter, and their lead is up to 24. Cody Williams lines one up, knocks it down. He's got 23 in the game. Welcome back here. We've got a 24-point game, Jazz and Wizards. And Cody Williams leading the way with 23 points for the Jazz. Asmus throws one up and gets that one to fall.
This young man is one of 12 players to score over 3,000 points in Division I college basketball. Finished his career at Texas, but did the majority of his damage at Oral Roberts University. Mastermind a huge upset in the NCAA tournament.
Asmus in there with Collier in the backcourt. Shot 40% from 3 in college his last year. So he can do a lot of different things. He's pretty strong and sturdy. Handles the ball well. Jones straight on for 3. Air ball. 29-point lead for the Jazz. And Dylan Jones, as you mentioned, a champion with OKC, was on the roster. He'll get his ring at some point during the season. I'm guessing when either he goes to OKC.
I'm pretty sure that will be the case. They'll welcome him back.
Smith has that one roll off. Johnson turns on the Jets and gets the layup.
Johnson was not going to be denied. Attacking the rim, able to go with a little triple jump step on that one to be able to get a bucket.
Yeah, he's going out swinging.
No question about it.
Yeah. McGriff can't handle it. Pierre almost had his pocket pick. Gets it to Johnson. Black off the window, no good, but a foul.
So Leaky Black in 2022, when NIL was introduced into college athletics, had one of the best NIL deals with a plumbing company.
Okay. Hey, listen, you always need plumbing, all right? Take it from someone whose pipes bursted during the finals and whose wife had to deal with all that while I was gone.
Well, consider his name Leaky.
No, right. No, it's perfect. It's perfect NIL.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a perfect endorsement. Does miss the back end. You need some plumbing? Leaky's got you. Won't be leaky for long. Collier misses there. Pierre goes up top. Dacky misses. Smith on the run. Collier in attack mode gets blocked there by Leaky Black. It'll stay Utah ball.
Yeah, we talked about Leaky Black and his ability to block shots. An elite shot blocker as a guard. Was a high-level defender at UNC. And really shooting is the area of concern for Leaky. If he's able to add the three-point shot, he could definitely be a 3-and-D guy at the NBA level.
Because he's got the D part down for sure. McGriff with the mid-range jumper. Yeah, his defense is fantastic. Three ball on the way for Watkins. It's front iron. Collier to the corner. What a pass to Goodwin.
You got to make that.
Yeah, he didn't finish, but Smith picks it up. McGriff from way downtown. No good. Johnson on his horse. Nice spin move. Can he finish? Yes, he does. Takes the hoop and gets the horn. So go to the free throw line.
You mentioned it. A.J. Johnson's not going to go out without a fight. He continues to attack the basket. The nice spin, moving the basketball to the left hand, soft touch on the rim to be able to get the bucket, an opportunity for a three-point play.
And he gets it the old way. It's a 25-point game. Wizards would have to be nearly perfect here moving forward.
There's a tremendous amount of firepower on the end of the Wizards bench right now. You've got 5 first-round picks
right.
over the last
None of them are playing, though, today.
All watching.
Yeah. Collier tries to turn the corner, flips it up. No good. Thought he got a foul, but no call. Johnson on the leak out. Johnson with the flush. McGriff determined to get this one up. Wild shot is no good, but Goodwin somehow comes up with it, and then he throws it away. So Gainey will check in for Sanogo. Cody Williams will check back in, along with Elijah Harkless for Utah, as they are told to wait for the moment at the scorer's table. Johnson Finds Black for three. Black, nothing but net. There you go. You said he needed to work on it. Well, he's firing away.
And the Wizards are quietly putting together a little bit of a run here.
20-point game, yeah.
8-0 run for the Wizards. A.J. Johnson, the catalyst behind it.
Collier on the drive. Kicks to the corner. Goodwin. Can't get it to fall. Yak with the rebound. Watkins gets pushed there. Easy call on Collier. And we have a timeout. Not over just yet. We've seen crazier things, but Leaky Black trying to get his team a little closer.
NBA 2K26 Summer League.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League. NBA 2K26 Summer League coverage continues tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN2. The Pacers and Knicks start us off at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN2, followed by the Spurs and Hornets on ESPN. The third matchup, Celtics-Lakers. You and I have that, Corey. And the nightcap with the Nuggets and Clippers at 11 Eastern on ESPN2. We'll have those last two games, you, myself, and Vanessa.
True rivalry, Celtics-Lakers.
Yeah.
And of course, we know that the Lakers are the most popular team here in Vegas.
Oh, they always get the crowd going.
Tremendous following.
No doubt.
Would you say that Phoenix would be second?
That's a great question. I think the Warriors get decent crowds.
Warriors, yeah. The Warriors actually have a facility here that they work out at. They almost, kind of decorate it as their own practice facility whenever they come here for Summer League.
There you have it. So we got a 19-point game at the moment, Corey. The largest lead was 79-50 with 9 minutes left. So the Wizards, Yak is at the free throw line. Can't get that one. Wait, did they get it back? It bounces over to Watkins, and he's able to put it through. So now it's an 11-0 run, and we've got a 17-point game.
I ran into my guy, Will Dawkins, at halftime, and he was sticking. It was A.J. Johnson, the catalyst, and also the finisher.
Jazz were putting this one to bed, but the Wizards are on a 16-0 run.
Well, A.J. Johnson has been the catalyst, distributing, attacking, but he's had a bunch of help. Jamir Watkins knocking down the three. And then doing the job defensively, Johnson's able to pick it up and get it back to finish off what is a 16-0 run and allowing his team to cut the lead to 12.
Jazz with the ball, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Harkless drops it to Collier. He gets rejected from behind. Ball is still loose. Shot clock violation, and the Wizards hold defensively.
But how about the effort from Jamir Watkins, not giving up on the play, what seemed to be an easy layup, coming from nowhere to block the shot, forcing the shot clock violation, and now an opportunity for the Wizards to make it a 10, even 9-point game with the three.
Jamir Watkins. Now Johnson in attack mode, loses it. Black able to come up with it. Johnson had 2 on the ball, finds Black in the paint, goes up, gets denied by Gainey.
Gainey's done a great job defending the rim throughout this game. Productive minutes for Gainey since he's been on the floor.
Harkless calling up the screen, gets the switch to the corner. Asmus on the drive, throws it away. A.J. Johnson on the move. They've got numbers up for Pierre. He can't finish.
Missed opportunity on the break.
Collier, the step through, and ends the run for the Wizards.
And a deflating play when you get out in the fast break 2-on-1. You need to come away with points on that possession, at least getting to the free throw at worst.
That ends a 16-0 run. Pierre fires for 3, wide of the mark. Rebound Collier. Wizards are going to have to buckle down on defense here. Collier knifes through the defense, dumps it off to Gainey. Gainey throws it up, no good. .14 on the shot clock. Watkins behind the back to the corner. One more to Pierre, another to Johnson. He drives into the paint, takes the bump. No call, and Collier with the rebound.
Collier did a great job staying vertical on that contest, not going from point A to B, but staying straight up in the air.
Collier loses it, though. And Johnson with the defense there. He'll inbound it right in front of us. 2:09 to go. 14-point game. Wizards are going to need to be perfect here down the stretch. Jazz trying to hold on. Johnson for 3. No good. Yak with the rebound. He goes up and puts it back in.
Going under the screen, allowed Johnson to get a quality look, unable to get it. But when there's a switch, you've got Gak with the size advantage over Harkless to be able to pick up that offensive rebound.
An 18-2 run still for the Wizards. Harkless gets the screen from Gainey. Throws it up, and he was fouled. That was a foul to give still, so it's not a shooting foul. It'll be a side out for the Jazz. .14 seconds on the shot clock, 1:42 to go. Collier at the logo going to work. Double comes, he splits it. Loses it for the moment. Now to Asmus. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Asmus drives baseline, flips it up, and gets it to fall.
Smart play by Asmus. He tried to create separation against Gak to get the 3 off, but once Gak did a tremendous job defensively, got to the rim.
Gak with the show and go. Loses it for the moment. Black able to recover. Johnson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 14-point game. Watkins for 3. No good. And Harkless gets it. And the Jazz in good shape here now to close this thing out.
The Wizards made it interesting. Got it down to 12, had an opportunity, multiple opportunities. One on the fast break to get it to a 10-point game. Squandered that opportunity, and then the Jazz were able to just...
Johnson going the other way here. And Leaky Black with the layup gets the foul and the basket. He'll go to the free throw line. So the Wizards still not going away.
Johnson doing the job once again defensively, getting out in transition. Leaky Black running with them. And this is one, if you're Harkless, you just get out of the way. The 2 doesn't hurt you, but if you stop the clock and also give them an opportunity for a 3-point play and to set their defense.
Black gets the free throw to roll in.
There you see the full court pressure from the Wizards.
11-point game.
The turnover. Not a lot of pressure, though.
Naismith, guarded by Watkins, and he gets fouled. Coming up next on SportsCenter with Michael Eaves and David Lloyd, Shams Charania discusses the Bradley Beal deal and who may be next. Plus 50 states, 50 days continues with California today, my home. And Canelo Alvarez makes a fan's dreams come true. All coming up on SportsCenter with Eaves and Lloyd.
I tell you what, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I've watched SportsCenter the last 3 nights, and they've had great stories.
They are all tearjerkers, too.
They really are. C.J. Stroud, I mean, C.J. Stroud was actually crying in his home.
Yeah.
He was more emotional than the young guy coming to meet him.
It's a great series, no question about it. Pierre on the leak out, gets the bucket, but too little too late for the Wizards as they're down 10. Collier to cross the timeline, will dribble it out. A.J. Johnson still playing some defense. That's it. That'll do it as those two have some fun with each other. A lot of love between the two teams as all these guys, Corey, are trying to make some teams and make some money.
Absolutely, and a number of guys put on a great show. A.J. Johnson to lead the way for the Wizards, Isaiah Collier, but also Harkless I thought was tremendous distributing.